Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make clear palm kernel oil, okay, known as aquation. See, you need kernel and lots of firewood for this. You also need some time. So you start by taking the kernels. These are the leftovers from the palm oil my brother made some time ago, and I'm just going to head over here to my cracking place. I've cracked so many years, so this is my cracking place, and crack them. I'm going to extract them. It's going to take a lot of time, days even, depends on the quantity you want to make. So you see, this is like 2 weeks later, Abby, 3 weeks later. Today I'm going to be boiling them. So that's me applying sunscreen so that I don't burn. It's going to be a very, very long day. Since that is New Year Eve, I'm going to be doing some cooking under the sun as well because I'm cooking in bulk. So first, we're going to need water so that we can wash our kernels. Kernels are very, 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 very strong, even when you take out the shells. So you wash. Sometimes people soak, but I don't like to soak mine. This is the kernel that I was able to crack, and yeah, I got like 1.5 rubbers. You see how much oil I can get with 1.5 rubbers of kernel. Usually I make like 2 rubber paints, 3 rubber paints, but this is just like for my dad, so I'm not making much. And I just wanted to show you guys as well. Okay, I probably will just make another bigger batch later. I can't film over a bigger batch because it's very stressful. The seeds are sealed there, like the shells are there, so while washing it's not captured, but I took time and picked out the shells so that it does not spoil the engine when I'm blending. You see, but they're just floating. The ones that are floating are bad, but me, I don't pick them out. Next, we'll be needing money to go to the general grinding machine because it's the industrial machine. The blender won't work for this project. So I took my money, took my pockets, oh my god, took my bag, and just headed out, you know, to the grinding machine. I have a lady that grinds for me, particularly like grinds my kernels behind my house here in the village. So I went to her house. This is my little brother. See how easily he's holding this thing, right? So we get to this lady's house and we discovered that her engine was not even in front. You see those tires? That's where the engine is supposed to be. So they showed us another engine that we're supposed to go to, that's just behind her house here in the village. The thing, when you don't have something in this house, they always know the next house that has. So we came to this next house. That's a neighbor to my grinding lady, and she came out so that it was kernels and said she was not going to be able to help us to grind, though, that her engine is not very strong. See, but I was so happy to see this engine. I should have warned you guys. I had an engine hunt for like 4 engines. So we left and continued looking for engines. Passed through my primary school. Oh my god, it's not in this video. Yeah, we passed through. We're taking turns holding it, and we got to another engine. This is at my cousin's house, my late cousin's house. But the lady operating it now said that she cannot grind kernels. That the last time she grinded kernels, her engine spoiled, so she would like to help me, but she couldn't. So I had to go to branch at sea. This is not our main market. I went to branch. This is in front of my house, literally in front of my house. Oh my god. So I went to branch at sea. I bought this bike for 200 naira. Usually I walk, I never pay bike people. I'm stingy like that, but with that weight, I just had to buy a bike. This is branch at sea. If I'm from Vandika, you know exactly where I am. Found this engine place. There's like 4 engines in this particular place. Like this is one, and then there's some across the road. So I knew that I was safe last. Because they told me that this guy is the one that blends. So I got the guy, we priced, and then he got to work. So when they are crushing your kernels, they have to start first without water. This is the water that was already in it, so that it breaks. Because if you put water, you're just going to keep putting water, and you figure that it does not blend well. You just come home with water. I've done this for 4 years. Believe me, I've experienced that, and it's very terrible. That was his little assistant. So started adding water at this point. We didn't add so much water, even though at this point we could add water, because I didn't carry enough buckets. He charged me 1,000 for that, like all of that. I know people around here that will charge me 2,500. I'm withholding names. Well, this is the water I use to rinse the kernel. I don't throw away the water. The whole reason for rinsing is so that the sand settles under. The water had oil in it, so I kept the water and I used it again. I'm just going to make a puree from the paste. You see, this is what they blended for me. I made a puree. because we need to sieve, and we cannot sieve it if it's as strong as that. It's as watertight, or what they call it, if it's as thick as that. So this is really fun, especially because it's a very, very, very small batch. Just making sure that everything is like melted into it. Aquahamakwa, so dissolved into the water. You want to really make it dissolve so that you can start packing without the oil. It's like washing any other thing like at home, right? So when you're making like a big batch of soup, the way you wash Benecid and stuff, that's how you do it. Just that now what you need is the water. So I'm straining. Basically, I'm making, that's kennel milk in that big bowl. That's what the white man will call it, kennel milk, right? So I went ahead, washed it, as you guys can see. Is it washed? No, I strained it. And you don't want to use a cheesecloth for this. I used the cheesecloth the first couple of times and I didn't get a lot of oil because the cheesecloth is too tight. So you want to really use a basket like this. You see, I told you I'm having fun. I had a lot of fun. And I just sieved through. So this is the sieve through process. At this point, the basket was not really catching the thing, so I needed a cup to like scoop, pour, and like so that it will retain the shaft, so I can get as much as possible out of the liquid without having to use a cheesecloth, because the cheesecloth is just going to hold back our oil, waste our time, etc. When you put heavy things in a basket, you want to twirl your hands in it so that the holes open up and the pores out. See, it's only coming up because the thing has clogged under. So you want to like move it around, shake it a little bit because it's really heavy, so it will block and just sit there looking at it, and then you end up suffering. So just wiggle your hand around, twirl, and then every liquid comes out. This is the first shaft I got, and I'm just going to wash it again because we're not about to waste anything. Do you understand? So I rinsed it again using the same method. Just put my hand in, turn it around so that the spaces will be there so it could move. And now this thing serves as feeds for fish, chicken. Just mix it and give them. I don't have chicken presently in my garden, but I kept it for my neighbor. I went ahead and mixed the waters up, the milk. What's the plural of milk? I think it's still milk. I mixed them up, and now it's time for boiling. So I was scooping up because the residue is still under. You see, I'm trying to tilt this bowl. You see, why am I saying in this present tense? I tried to tilt this bowl so that I would not get the shaft from under. Not like I'm going to throw it away. You see, I'd use everything, but I didn't want to fetch the shaft so that I could come back and still sieve under while the first batch was on fire. This is the smallest batch. I've never used this pot before. I have a 100-liter pot, my Christmas pot. That's what I used to boil this. And because this was such a small batch, I just went ahead to use this. This is my regular pot. Next, we'll be needing firewood for our fire. You see, this is my brother. While I want to get brother Sha. This is him breaking down the firewood, the fagot. You see, he has very interesting methods of doing his things. Well, he cut after he threw it down a couple of times. He has to have fun somehow, right? Yeah. He went ahead and set up the fire, and we got boiling, basically. If you're using firewood, you have to adjust the stones according to the size of your pot. Well, he did that, and this is, you can see that it's already creamy. The cream is gathering up. It's creamy. I feel like all creamy things have oil in it, so you can actually see the oil. It got boiling. This is like 10 minutes in. You need a lot of firewood for this. If you don't have a lot of firewood, I don't know what your plan is. I used coal once. I nearly used a bag of coal. Don't bother touching my father's gas for this project. He will slaughter you. Even if it's his oil, he will slaughter you. You see, this was like after 3 hours of boiling. You could see the oil come up. This is so exciting. It feels so rewarding. Why are you backing, Kwano? You see, I was literally dancing. My neighbor came to help me pack. She's my friend, actually. She lives next door. here. So we have our clear, very clear oil that smells just like coconut oil. It is not dark. I think I'll do a video to show you guys the easier way to make this, the dark one, how to make and like bleach it to turn this color. I think I'll do that video next, because I'm doing this one for my dad, but then for my own skin I'm going to do the black one. I don't have this energy for another session. I have a lot of things this holiday to do. I have a lot of movies to catch up on. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. You can use this oil for your skin, for your baby's skin, for your hair. It's very moisturizing for hair. It's very, 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 very good for skin. You can actually eat it as well, but I don't think you want to go through all this stress just to eat it. But it tastes amazing. It tastes like coconut oil with some flavor. I don't know. It's perfect, guys. It's perfect. Yeah, I forgot to show you guys a video of me rubbing it on myself, so I did it later. It looks ridiculous. All right, but you can see this is the whole picture after straining. If you want to go extra mile, if you're going to keep the oil for long, the strained oil should be boiled. I don't bother doing that when it comes to my dad's one, because it's going to finish this oil very soon, like about 3 months. If you don't boil it and you don't use it in about 3 months, it's going to go racing. My daddy likes his oil very, very clear for his skin. My neighbor was helping me pack. She likes to pack. It's actually very what everybody likes to pack. He likes it very, very clear for his skin, so I don't boil it again. Because I boil it again, it might turn a little brownish and he will not like that. So this is the one I forgot to pour, guys. I was paying like this. See oil. This oil you can rub it for like 5 days. Anyway, this is the ridiculous video I was talking about. That's me rubbing it on my skin. You can eat it like I said, and it's very good for hair. See you in my next one. Let me know what else you want me to teach you how to do. Bye.